Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits, well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. Welcome to your Health, Wealth, and Happiness Ask Me Anything Wednesday, where we're going to work together to turn on your brilliance even brighter. So we got a lot we're covering today. We're covering questions on social anxiety in today's crisis environment. An introvert who feels like she's missing self-confidence to be seen. And a healingpreneur who says, oh my gosh, how do I help and still get paid nowadays? So we're going to be covering all these questions, as well as if you have any questions, give me a shout out. Let me know. But before we get started, I got a question for you. What does this mean for you? You will never outperform your inner identity. So what does that mean to you? Would love to have your thoughts on it. This is things that we're going to be going over today. Also, going to be talking about the free weight reduction course that we're going to be starting next week. I'm so excited about this. I'm actually going to be on a learning curve myself with you as we discover how to do this. I'm going to let you know how to get a free hypnosis audio. In fact, 2 of them that are going to be coming up in the next few days. And oh gosh, even more. Okay, so why am I doing this and who the heck am I? In case we haven't met yet, Dawn Ferguson, certified hypnotist, as well as certification instructor. I train others to be able to do this, and a rapid results coach. You don't care about the initials behind my name. What all of this means is that I know how to take you from where you are to where you want to be as quick as possible. And I want to address that real quick. This today is not about self-soothing. This is not about, oh, if you're feeling bad, let's see how we can calm you down. We are way past this in today's current conditions. Why is that? Because after the brain experiences a certain type of emotional state for 3 weeks, it starts looking to optimize that emotional state. Simply put, it says, oh, we've been experiencing this category of emotions for a while now. Evidently, you want to have that. Let me find all the ways to turn that on even more. Hello, we don't need any more of the crisis, chaos, and confusion. So we all need to self-soothe. I broke down in tears the other day with Drew, my partner, going, oh my gosh. But we are not here to continue that. We have moments of it. But I am not going to train you and condition you on how to take that any further, because it's already gone on too long. We want these situations to upgrade. We need to upgrade. That's what our focus is. Progress. So I'm not going to be here to go, oh, I know you're feeling concerned. Let's see if we can take it down a notch or 2. I'm going, you know what? Let's take that concern and turn it into extra energy for your success. Let's get more done with less effort. So if that's about you, if you're that type of leader, then that's why I'm here. I'm here for you today. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in. All right. So questions for today that I had already received. Again, we're going to go over social anxiety in today's crisis environment, an introvert missing her self-confidence to be seen because others shamed her in her past for moving forward, and a healingpreneur wants to know how to help others and still get paid. All right. Question number 1, social anxiety in today's crisis environment. We are born with 2 fears, the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. That's it. Any other fear is a learned fear. Even if it happens to be a brain imbalance, we have learned to compensate for that brain imbalance by channeling energy in a certain way. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go over real quick emotional optimization, aka fear, crisis, overwhelm, any type of anxiety management. And here we go, adding to stream. Look, I did it. I just need to make that bigger, don't I? Okay, bear with me just a moment while I do that. Okay, now let's see if that's hopefully in the full screen for you. Well, it is kind of. You can at least see the grid that we've got here. Okay, this is based on the work of two Harvard psychologists in the mind-body clinic. And they discovered that we'll start down on the bottom left with any type of fear. But the brain says, I got to be able to move this. I got to be able to do something with it. Now, we can move from the bottom left over to the bottom right, and we can relax ourselves temporarily to move up to the top right, which is being assertive, in control. That's what all of us want to experience, but that will not last, being able to stay up there, because you're doing it from a state where you have suppressed and repressed that fear, that anxiety, that overwhelm, being emotionally flooded, but in a negative way, in a painful way that's going to hold you back. What we really want to do is we want to be able to use that energy and move it up. And that's when we move into what is known as being challenged. When we're challenged to find ways out of a situation, when we're challenged to bring ourselves out at our very best, this leads to excitement. This actually leads to enthusiasm and enjoyment. So whenever we're experiencing any type of anxiety. Now, that's a word I'm not supposed to use because it is a diagnosis code that says you need to be on medication. And I say your prescription should be learning how to turn you on at your very best, optimizing yourself. So I'm using this word because it was the word that was in the question that was asked me. When you're experiencing any type of social anxiety, fear, overwhelm, the idea is not to dampen it down, suppress it, or repress it. It's actually to use it. How do you do that? Now, this is when you're going to potentially need to work with a facilitator on it, because the fear, the reason why the anxiety is starting off is because you were conditioned to experience that anxiety. Remember, I said the only fears you have are the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. So you've been conditioned to have this anxiety. The idea is for you to potentially work with someone else because what started it was a social experience. You need a social experience to get an answer to it, but I'm here for you to start getting results right now. So what do you need to do to get results right now? You need to start telling that energy that when it shows up, you want to be able to use it. And then get up and do something instead of withdrawing and pulling back even more. So do that for 10 minutes. Get up and use that energy. After you've done that consistently for 3 weeks, every time you feel that it's coming on, do something with it. After you've done that for approximately 3 weeks, then what you're going to have is that the brain is now becoming conditioned to optimize these emotions. That's what I was talking about at the very beginning. Okay. And then after you've used it, the brain will be able to move you over into the category of feeling more confident, in control, and assertive. Whew, all right. So we're done with that one. Moving on to the next question. Again, if you have any questions for me, feel free to let me know and invite your friends to this group. I wish I could share my screen with you on the group and show you where that invite friends button is, but I haven't looked for it lately myself. But we want, if you're a leader, which you are because you're watching this, we want not to have followers. We want to train other leaders. Invite them to this group because that's what it's about. All right. An introvert missing self-confidence to be seen because somebody shamed her in her past for moving forward, trying to do something. Okay. We've all experienced challenges in our past where someone has told us that we were less than. We don't listen to all of it, but if we were before the age of 8, before our critical factor, it's known as our executive functioning center, our conscious will, which is held right behind the forehead in the area of the brain. Before 8, that really wasn't developed. So we were like a trash can with the lid open where people could just pour in whatever they wanted. And if they were in authority around us, or if it was an intense emotional experience, also known as an imprint, we accepted it as the truth, whether it was or not. Now we've got a challenge. We've accepted a lot of things that were the truth that bring us out at our very best. But we will have accepted one thing that leads to what is known as a core 4 emotional wound. A core 4 emotional wound is something that continues to show up again and again in your life, not to hold you back. It is simply because that younger you is asking for assistance to be able to move forward. In my industry, it's one of the areas I specialize in. It's known as parts therapy for inner conflict resolution. So you have your inner advisor that wants to move you forward, and then you've got your core wound that is holding you back that goes, no, I am being triggered. So we call it, in Ferguson and Associates, wound to wealth. So now I want to be able to show that to you real quick. Bear with me again while I go through the process of being able to open that one up. And no, this is the one that I want. So yeah, to be able to show, and why is it so important for me to show you guys these graphs? Because your very powerful mind. Oh no, that's not what I want. Whoa, down the rabbit hole on that. Your very powerful mind goes by symbolism. So this is what I would like you to do. I would like you to draw a pyramid with 4 levels. And each of those levels has a wound that goes with it. So the first, oh, I found it. Look at that. Woohoo. Okay. So we have got that first level of safety and security. That is going to be the level of abandonment. So somewhere before typically age 8, something that you counted on just went away. It could have been a teacher that went out on maternity leave and never came back. It might be a grandparent who died, a best friend who moved away, but it went away without warning. So that's abandonment. The next level of drama and freedom is what is known as the core wound of rejection. So you made that thing that went away all about you, that you were being rejected, and that's why they or it left. Whenever I was 8, my mom and dad gave away my dog that I had had since I was a few months old without warning because they thought, well, she won't be as upset. And then I made it all about me. Oh, I love this question. There's a lot of criticism out there right now. How do we make the most of the opportunities the pandemic is providing without being labeled one of those people who tries to make money off community-wide pain? I am going to get to that in just a moment. That is so phenomenal. Okay, so, and what they'll do, those people that are criticizing right now, they're criticizing from their core wound. Okay, so that's where criticism and finger pointing comes from. Our wound has been triggered. You know, the old adage, when you point a finger at somebody, you got the rest of them pointing back at you. All right, so rejection. Oh, we've made it all about us. Then the next level up, importance and significance. This is all about the level of being unworthy. And so we're never good enough. Guess what? That's absolutely phenomenal. When we go, we're never good enough. When's the last time you saw any type of flowering tree or bush go, oh, I've produced one. It is a level of excellence. I don't need to produce anymore. Screw that. It's going, I'm never enough. I'm learning how to adapt. I'm learning how to make the most of the conditions to produce even more. So this level of never being good enough is actually healthy when it's done in the correct way of always looking for progress. And then the next level up is the level of invalidation that there's not enough. Oh, so the one who asked the entrepreneur question, the criticism about their being labeled as trying to make money off a community-wide panic, that's because the people who are criticizing are afraid. They're coming from fear. And I'm going to tell you right now, spirit, the universe, your higher self never speaks to you through fear. The only thing that comes through fear is when you've been taught to hold yourself back so others don't feel bad. So this is the level of connection and love. We all want love. We have been conditioned to settle for connection where we dumb down our brilliance so others don't feel bad about the fact that they're not moving into progress. So my introvert who was missing self-confidence to be seen, others were shaming her for moving forward. You need to know, being an introvert and self-confidence have nothing to do with each other. And being an introvert and being seen has nothing to do with each other. It's what's known as a double bind in my industry, when you bind two things together that are unrelated. An introvert or an extrovert is simply how you like to process energy. That's it. Extroverts like to be around others. Introverts like to have more quiet time to process. Being seen is where are you putting the spotlight? Are you putting the spotlight on yourself, or are you putting the spotlight on those you're supposed to serve? It has nothing to do with whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. It all determines your focus. So for that question, being labeled by people who are trying to make money off a community-wide pandemic, the people that are criticizing you are the ones that want to pull you back down to their level so they don't feel bad on the fact they haven't figured out how to move forward. The only time our economy thrives is when money moves. And there are people more than willing to invest in their next level of success through you. So you have to then understand that your fear is coming from other people's stuff, OPS, also known as other people's fill in the blank, all right? So you can either get stuck down there and what they're saying, and you'll never be able to rise above, because as soon as you grab onto a rung on that ladder to go to your next level, they are going to pull you down because they feed off of your energy of you being stuck in that stuff pile with them. Think about this. Every great leader, author, thought influencer achieved that because they went through some BS in their life. By the way, that stands for belief system. They went through some BS in their life, and they learned how to package that BS as manure for the garden of growth for other people. So it is up to you to say, I have to first love myself by saying, I am seeking fuller expression. Those people who are criticizing me are not seeking fuller expression. So if I choose to allow their energy to infect me, I can never rise above what they determine I can experience. So, healingpreneurs, how do you help and still get paid? That was my other question. By the way, if you have any other questions, please share them. I want to know what you got going on. How to help and still get paid. Okay, so I'm going to remove that one from our screen. And now I'm going to bear with me just a moment. Oh, by the way, Facebook user, you're welcome. Okay. And now I am going to share my screen for the what I like to call my healing and successpreneurs. that these are people that either help others heal something or they help others move into the next level. No, that's not the one I wanted to share. So I'm going to stop sharing and let's go back to whatever I was talking about before. Okay, you've got 4 areas of your business. You're going to have what's known as IFOs. The next level up from that is low barrier. The next level up from that is core. The next level up is VIP. Every healthy business needs these 4 areas. An IFO is an irresistibly free offer. It is how you add value. You got to earn the right to ask somebody to do business with you. Okay, then low barrier are going to be things that typically you deliver where you don't need to be present. So that might be a home study course or a product. Then you've got core. This is your main level of offerings. And then you've got VIP, which is going to be elite. This could be subscription services. It could be product bundles. Okay, how do you help and you still get paid? So for my healing and successpreneurs, you need to be offering value everywhere you go. Tips, tools, and techniques on how people can achieve success. But how do you still get paid? Well, you've got 3 different types of audiences. You got hot, warm, and cold. You've got the hot audience. This is people that you've worked with in the past. You need to be going back to them and you need to be making core and elite level offers, the choice of 2 yeses. So you can say, this is how we can be engaged. Either maybe it's an intensive VIP day, or it could be where we work together to get you some rapid results with a core offer. Okay. Then you need to be looking at your warm audience. These are people that have shown interest in what you have going on, but they haven't yet worked with you. So you want to be able to make them a core offer, potentially a low barrier offer if you have a low barrier in your business. So give them those 2 choices. For cold audiences, these are people that do not know you. What kind of offer do you need to make there? It needs to be value-based. It needs to be value-based, and you continue to offer them value until they're ready to say yes to you. So you need to be working all 3 groups, because this type of environment right now is going to show all the holes that you have in what we call your profit pyramid. See, a lot of businesses have it as a funnel that goes down and the elite level are at the bottom. That always reminded me of a toilet and flushing people away. Are you kidding me? Let's have it as a pyramid where we actually walk them up levels. They decide how far they want to go with their success and their progress. Okay. Whew. We've covered a lot in 23 minutes. So again, I want to hear what it means for you. You will never outperform your inner identity, because what I'm doing right now is giving you tips, tools, and techniques on how you can upgrade your inner identity, what you focus on, how you feel, and then the actions you take. Because if you take actions without bringing in the emotions, you're only going to achieve 33% success. If you optimize your emotions and say, no matter what shows up, I'm going to turn it on to bring me out at my very best, now you're at 66%. Then if you move to the next level, which is your focus, that determines how you feel, which determines your actions, and you focus on every opportunity that's going to assist you. Well, now we have 99% success. Why not 100? Because there's always that one person that messes stuff up. Okay. That one person that said, wow, 2019 really sucked. Phew. Can 2020 get any worse? Yeah, we're blaming you, dude, for this whole thing we're in. Okay. Now, let's talk about your goodies. Free weight reduction course. I have a weight reduction course that right now, I've taken it off my website so people don't invest in it, but it is $497 for the weight reduction course. I am going to offer it to you as a member of the group for the next 3 Mondays at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, have to adjust my headset there. So you've got to do it at your own time conversion. Okay, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to do a lunch and learn. And the name of the program is called Why Wait? Let go of what is weighing you down and leap into your next level of success, because weight is simply a symptom of other things that you've got going on in your life. So if we get to the real cause, then you'll be able to let go of the weight in a way that is not restrictive. You're not having to count calories or grams of fat or anything else. You're not going to have to take away. This is all about fuller expression of the healthy you. So I'm going to do a watch party at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time for the next 3 Mondays that are going to be the videos from Why Wait. There's even going to be a success manual. Now, if you can't make the watch party, that's okay. You'll have access to the video later on after we get done with it. But the great thing about a watch party is that you can be asking questions and I'll be able to answer them while we watch the training together. So please invite your friends to become a member of this group if they are ready to take this current situation and actually turn it to reveal them at their healthiest. And then the last thing that I'm going to share is claiming your free hypnosis audio. If you go to drewdawnferguson.com, you are going to see where you have the ability to get an audio. It is going to be on the very first thing that you see. It's going to say, claim your free hypnosis audio plus bonus gift. And click on that. Right now, I have a hypnosis audio called Healing Brook. Release your painful past and discover your brilliance. Yeah, I really enjoy it. So you've got that one. But I'm going to change over in the next few days to taking out the trash, how to clean up your world spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically from the inside out. Spring cleaning time, right? So go to drewdawnferguson.com, claim the one audio I've got up now, and then whenever I move over to the new hypnosis audio that you'll be able to download and listen to every time your success needs a reinforcement, I'll send out a broadcast to everybody who signed up for the previous one that I've released the new one, so you can actually get 2 of them. Whew, okay. Thank you so much for joining me on today's Wednesday Wisdom. Send me those questions for next week, because I'm going to be here next week, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, giving you the tools for you to turn on your brilliance even brighter and build a better world, because we need your light right now. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you Monday at our watch party. Let go of what's weighing you down.